So let's just break a couple things down here. Bernie Sanders is FDR 2.0. He is FDR rebooted. That's Bernie Sanders. He's precisely FDR and Dwight D. Eisenhower. Very moderate, middle of the road, right between the Republican Eisenhower and the Democrat FDR. Pete Buttigieg, on the other hand, is Obama 1.5. Right? He's not really 2.0. He's at 1.5. Amy Klobuchar, she's the Baconator. And didn't we already have a Bloomberg in this race? Yeah, he was called Howard Schultz. We already had Bloomberg in this race. Howard Schultz already tried to get in, and yet, rejected resoundingly. Sorry, Starbucks. Sorry, Mr. Starbucks. Sorry, Mr. $70 billion man. James Corden's joke about how Pete Buttigieg should have won New Hampshire because Pete Buttigieg looks like a New Hamster is hilarious. I want to talk about a couple polls. So a bunch of polls are coming out. Now, Yahoo News YouGov poll says that Bernie Sanders beats everybody in the national poll. So he got 24%, and if you combined all theirs, they got like 40% or something. But why do they keep combining all the other candidates into one gigantic, if you put the other 10 candidates into one fictional candidate, then Bernie actually loses. Bernie beat every single one of them. The Yahoo News YouGov poll had also had something about where they did one-on-one. They had one-on-one, right? Sorry. So he went ahead and won, beat them all nationally when you said, okay, here's, the 7 candidates, who do you like more? He beat them all, but then they had Bernie versus Warren, Bernie versus Klobuchar, Bernie versus Buttigieg, Bernie versus Biden. And Bernie beat every single one of them. So Bernie is, polling number 1. He's beating all of them one-on-one. He's beating them all, lump sum. Now, if there is speculation that Bernie is, perhaps benefiting from the neoliberal demolition derby of the 2020 Democratic primary season, and that speculation is correct. So hopefully, I don't want to say come one, come all, but in a way, yeah, this neoliberal demolition derby, they crash and burn, and Bernie runs right up the middle without getting unscathed, without getting a scratch on them. So Bernie Sanders is winning the polls, Yahoo News, YouGov poll. He's also winning in the first of the West poll with the caucuses. So there was a phone call, 413 likely caucus goers, WPA intelligence poll, apparently it's Republican right-wing poll. 25% of Nevada supported Bernie Sanders, then Creepy Joe, then Elizabeth Warren. So when it comes to Nevada, Bernie Sanders is number 1. When it comes to America, he's number 1. When it comes to one-on-one, he's beating every single one of his candidates. And yet Chuck Todd can't seem to bring himself to say that Bernie is the front runner. He's not the front runner. No, he's not. Hillary Clinton had won Nevada 48% to 46%, beating Bernie Sanders in 2016. But he does have 46%, so there's strong support there. Hillary squeaked the victory out there by 2 points, about as, big of a spread as Bernie beat Pete in New Hampshire. Just over 1 million votes are in Nevada, whereas Colorado has 3.4 million voters. Nevada is won by the state's 2 main population centers, Clark County, which is Las Vegas in the Culinary Union, and Washoe County, which is Reno. Now, Nevada, they went ahead and rejected Shadow, but they're using the technology, like they're using PDFs and iPads. That should be fun. They have calculus, caucus calculators, which they should be fine with that also. That should make it easier, right? Here's caucus calculators so you don't fuck up your addition. The problem that I see happening possibly in Nevada are these Google Forms. They're going to have to require PIN passwords for old people, and really all old people might have a problem with it, but all people could have a problem with it, especially it's one of those long 8-digit capital letter number character kind of passwords. So I think Google Forms with the PIN passwords might be a problem on Nevada caucus night, February 22nd. This Saturday coming up, not today, but in a week from now. So I think the Google Forms might be a problem. They might be a problem. PIN passwords, I mean, you have to write a specific PIN password so people don't hack your account. What if they, anyway, so that's where Nevada is right now. Early caucusing has begun. Right, early caucusing has begun in Nevada. The Democratic debate is coming up on Wednesday, and then the caucuses for Nevada is next Saturday, and then it's South Carolina after that, and then it's Super Motherfucking Tuesday. 15 states all voting at the same time. Just returns after return. You'll get, some state will finish their election that night. At least one state is going to finish their election. At least one. Right, so we'll get some results, be able to talk about something on Super Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020, which is the end of the sprint. We got a 17-day sprint, so we cannot let up. So Chuck Todd saying that Bernie bros are a bunch of brown shirts. So Chuck Todd is just a fucking anti-Bernie Sanders hater. Oh, I'm objective. I don't really believe in anything. So Chuck Todd, he's going to sit there and say that Bernie's not the front runner. No, he lost by less percentage, even though, the field was 12 candidates versus one candidate. No, before he got like 40%. Now he only got like 26%. Yeah, that's versus, 20 fucking candidates instead of versus just one candidate. And then he wants to say that the Bernie bros are like brown shirts. This is MSNBC. This is the liberal Democratic network. The difference between the Democrats and the Republicans are that the Democrats hate their base, whereas Republicans embrace their base. But the Democratic Party just says, fuck our base, they'll vote for us no matter what. We got to reach out for these moderate Republicans, end up running right, and then they lost it 2016, just like they lost it with Dukakis, just like they lost it with Gore, just like they lost it with Hubert Humphrey in 68. Yeah, that was Nixon. Democrats couldn't beat Nixon in 68. 68 when Martin Luther King was shot and killed. 68 when RFK was shot and killed. And the Democrats couldn't pull it off even then. So, yeah, Chuck Todd saying Bernie bros are a bunch of brown shirts. So that's, in terms of their loyalty, yeah, it's great that, I like Bernie Sanders, but I'm not a fucking Nazi. We're against the goddamn Nazis. Ideologically speaking, we're the anti-Nazis. So, yeah, Chuck Todd, that's some bullshit. That horse don't dance. I don't even own a brown shirt. I might have one brown shirt, but we're Nazis? Chuck Todd is calling the Bernie Brigade a bunch of Nazis? If we were organized and had brown shirts and we're, taking over streets in America, then you might be able to say something like that, but this is just fucking crazy-ass rhetoric. Chuck Todd, you lying dog-faced pony soldier, you son of a bitch. I think we should wear green shirts. That should be the Bernie Brigade should be green shirts to symbolize the New Deal and, nature and greenery. So Bernie Sanders is FDR 2.0. He's the middle-of-the-road moderate. Pete is Obama 1.5. Pete Buttigieg is just absolutely full of shit. Amy Klobuchar is, of course, the Baconator. And we've already had Michael Bloomberg in this race. He was called Howard Schultz. And Howard Schultz got thrown out on his ass, just like Bloomberg is going to get thrown out on his ass, too. Motherfucker thinks he can just wave his goddamn money around and then force. Fuck him. Fuck him. That just shows you how the plutocrat class can just straight up buy the election. Just straight up take it away from the American people by getting the American people's votes because of the TV ads. The memes and the TV ads are finally getting to you guys, huh? The black mayor thing, I'm actually having to wrap my head around that black mayor thing. That don't make sense at all. That don't make any goddamn sense. At all. Anyways, polls say that Bernie is winning nationally. Polls say that Bernie is going to win Nevada. So I think we should declare victory right now. Bernie Sanders is going to take Nevada. Or Bernie Sanders has won Nevada. We got to pull Pete Buttigieg or, Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton. She did in Iowa 4 years ago. So, yeah, Bernie Sanders won Nevada. Oh, Bernie Sanders took Nevada. Hell yeah. Oh, my God. He is just going to, just absolutely just bulldoze this thing. He's just going to run these motherfuckers over, just bulldoze the entire, just the whole, Anyways, vote for Bernie Sanders.